Was Amanda Serrano robbed? Did Katie Taylor do enough to win? Or was it somewhere in between? It is now time to see what you guys thought of this controversial loss. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling, and it was indeed a controversial loss. Serrano lost by unanimous decision, but from what I seen, not a lot of people thought she lost. I didn't think she lost. The people ringside didn't think she lost. The commentators and analysts from the fight do not believe that Serrano lost, but 3 people did. And those were the judges, probably the most important 3 people, along with the referee, who in my opinion also had a bad night. But the 3 judges all gave her the unanimous decision by 95 to 94. And when I heard the judges' scorecards be read out, I just assumed that even though it was close and it was probably the only way, I think that's probably the only score you could have gave Katie Taylor the win without pure corruption. I don't think Katie Taylor did enough to win this fight. I don't think Katie Taylor drew this fight. But if you are going to give Katie Taylor the win, I think the only possible scoreline to give Katie Taylor is 95-94. Without it looking like an absolute corruption robbery. So when I heard that scoreline, I was thinking maybe they're going to rob her, but not all 3 judges, because normally you get one judge that will give a really bad scoreline, but you'll get one judge that gets it right. He'll pick the right winner, and then maybe the other judge will just, give it a draw or something like that. But all 3 judges gave it 95-94, and I thought, nah, there's no way all 3 judges are giving this to Katie Taylor, not by unanimous decision. If Katie was going to win this fight, it was going to be by split decision, surely, or majority, something like that. But no, they gave her the win. Now, me personally, I had it 96-93. I had Amanda Serrano winning this by 6 rounds to 4. But Katie Taylor had a point deduction, so therefore that makes it 96-93. However, I could also see it 97-92. I could see Amanda Serrano winning 10 of the rounds to 3. And even if you want to give Katie Taylor 5 rounds, if you give Katie Taylor 5 rounds, that would still be a 95-94 win. Or to Amanda Serrano, because Amanda Serrano would win due to the point deduction. So even if you called this technically a draw, 5 rounds each, you've still got Serrano winning. And Serrano landed 100 more punches than Katie Taylor. She also landed at a better percentage rate than Katie Taylor. And I think we'll see if we can get those punch stats up, but let's just look right now. 78% are saying Serrano clearly won. So 78% are saying robbery, which I am tempted to agree with. I think it was a robbery. People are saying close fight, 9%. Could go either way. 12% are saying no, Katie Taylor did enough to win. I refuse to accept that. If people want to say that it was close, then fair enough. Fair enough. But for 12% of people to believe that Katie Taylor did enough to win that fight, I just cannot agree. 95-94. All 3 judges, that's not a fair scoreline at all, in my opinion. Now let's see if we can look at some copy box numbers. Alright, so if we look at the total amount of punches that were landed, Taylor landed 217, Serrano landed 324. So Serrano landed 107 more punches, and she landed at a 3% better connection rate. Taylor threw 529, Serrano threw 734. Now people will say copy box numbers aren't 100% accurate, but they're the closest thing that we have to stats, and they're the closest accuracy that we have. So a lot of people just like to, bash the copy box numbers when they don't suit their fighter. But these numbers are pretty accurate. Are they 100% accurate? No. But more often than not, copy box is close enough when it comes to punches landed and thrown. Now, if we look at the total punches, Serrano outlanded Taylor. And I want to make sure I get this right. She outlanded Taylor in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She outlanded Taylor in 9 of the 10 rounds. In total punches landed, Serrano outlanded Taylor in 9 of the 10 rounds. And in power punches landed, she outlanded Taylor, I believe, in 8 of the 10 rounds. Yeah, 8 of the 10 rounds. So, therefore, if you're just judging this on, like, amateur Olympic boxing, you would give the win to Serrano by far. You'd be giving her the win either 9 rounds to 1 or 8 rounds to 2, whatever. But when even look at the most of the rounds, Serrano is by far outlanding Taylor. And the rounds where Taylor outlanded Serrano, and there only was one, she did it by 2 punches. 2 measly punches. But most of the rounds, Serrano is fucking dominating. Round 1, she landed more than 13 punches. Round 4, she landed more than 6. Round 5, she landed 5. Round 7, she landed 19 more. Round 8, she landed 12 more. Round 9, she landed 16 more. And in round 10, she landed 34 more. 34 punches more. It's just impossible to look at these stats and see how Serrano wasn't given the win. But let's see if we can find the judges' scorecards. Alright guys, so we're going to quickly look at this, then we will get into your comments. And yes, we're using Microsoft Paint because I can use whatever I want. I tell you what, sometimes Paint gets the job done. There's no need for some flashy software. We've got it here on Paint. But yeah, let's look at it then. The 3 judges, Jeremy Hayes, Nate Palmer, and Jesse Reyes. Let's see how they got to wins for Katie Taylor. Because honestly, I mean, right now, I'm sensing a screw job. I really fucking am. So round 1, all 3 judges gave round 1 to Serrano. No issue with that. That's obviously the right call. Round 2 was closer. It was certainly closer. Now, I gave round 2 to Serrano, but I've no issue if you give it to Taylor. Although I did give it to Serrano, but you can see 2 of the judges gave it to Taylor. That is fair enough. Round 3, I gave to Serrano, but I could see how you could give it to Taylor as well. So, at the moment, I think round 1, Serrano clearly won. And I think round 2 and 3 were close enough that you could give either woman. And all 3 judges gave round 3 to Taylor. 2 of the 3 judges gave round 2 to Taylor. So, fair enough. Round 4, Serrano clearly won round 4. I mean, for me, she did win round 4. Outlanded Taylor by 6 punches. Only 1 judge, though, gave Serrano that round. The other 2 gave it to Taylor. Round 5, Serrano outlanded Taylor by a few punches. I also gave that round to Serrano. But we can see here that 2 of the 3 judges gave round 5 to Taylor. So, at this point here, I believe I had it, I think I had it 3-2. Did I have it 3-2 Serrano? I either had it 3-2 Serrano or 4-1 Serrano. But in the end, I remember thinking either Katie Taylor may have won 3 rounds or 2 rounds. But at this point, I definitely had Serrano ahead. Then round 6. I think you can give round 6 to Taylor. I think she won that round. So I would give round 6 to Taylor. All 3 judges did give round 6 to Taylor. Then we move into round 7. I mean, Serrano landed 19 punches more. You have to give round 7 to Serrano. Yet 2 of the judges gave it to Taylor. That's fucking crazy. Round 8. Serrano got the win, I think. Got the round here. There was a points deduction for Katie Taylor. All 3 judges gave this round to Serrano. So, I guess Serrano here wins by 2 points, technically, in that one. Round 9, for me, Serrano won that. The judges, though, 2 of them gave it to Katie Taylor. And then for me, the final round, Serrano clearly won that. Yet 2 of the judges gave round 10 to Serrano. So for me, I think Serrano won the last 4 rounds. I gave her the last 4 rounds. Yeah, definitely. I gave her the last 4 rounds. The only round that I think round 8 was close. I think round 8, I might have given round 8 to Taylor. But either way, just looking at these punch stats, I don't see how you get 6 rounds for Taylor. I think you can get probably 2 to 4 rounds for Taylor. Giving her 5 rounds, I don't think you can. Even if you give her 5 rounds, she still loses by a point because of the point deduction. So yeah, for me to give Taylor the win, I think, guys, that is borderline corruption. I don't think she won that at all. But let's look at the comments. Let's see what you guys are saying here. So, Beer Guy says, Serrano, screwjob Katie Taylor, stuck the Glasgow kiss on her more than twice, should have been more points deducted, busted her eye open and everything. To Serrano's credit, she fought like a real champion. Should and outboxed her every round. I also think that too many clinches should be a points deduction. Let's see it in MMA. Guarantee you Taylor will be losing. I totally agree with Beer Guy. Yeah, it was a screw job. Also, I mean, that cut definitely affected the fight, I believe. Katie Taylor came out swinging more. I think Katie Taylor tried to get more offense going after that cut as well. So, Serrano without that cut, who knows how the fight would have played out. The pound out session and the Islamic State are saying no. But for me, yes. To me, the right winner of this fight is Serrano. And I thought Serrano won the first fight, but the first fight, in my opinion, was closer than this. This, to me, was a Serrano win. The first fight, I don't think it's a robbery. I just think it was a close fight that went Katie Taylor's way, and I felt that if it was going to be anybody's fight, I think it should have been edged to Serrano. But this fight, for me, definitely not. Serrano won this for me, and it should be looked into. I do think it should be looked into, but it probably won't because, that's boxing. We see a lot of corrupt shit, so it is what it is. Will we get a third fight? I mean, who knows? If we get a third fight without headbutts and a third fight without corrupt judges, then in my opinion, Serrano will win. But will that happen? I do not know. Anyway, guys, that's it. Been Fog Wrestling. Catch you in the next one. Peace.